Hello everyone, and welcome to another Howler for an hour. We're going to start off today, hopefully strong. The music in this game is already feeling super cool. This is Super Alloy Crush. This is a game that's still in early access, but it's really cool. It really got my attention. It describes itself as a fast-paced 2D roguelike brawler, inspired by classics like Mega Man X. Play as Kelly and Muu, number 2, to defeat enemies and obtain the ultimate cosmic treasure, Planet E38. Alone or with a friend in local co-op, get ready for your biggest challenge yet. This is a game with extreme Mega Man X energy that you can kind of tell from some of the music, though I guess the music also makes me think a little bit of Battle Network, actually. The graphical style is very Mega Man X, but the gameplay itself is a mix of brawler and fighting game, from what I can tell. But also there is indeed exploration as well, and it is a roguelike, so there's a lot going on here. I'm very intrigued. Now, we don't exactly play fighting games, so if they're demanding complex button combos to win the game, I might struggle a bit, but it really does look really super awesome, and the character designs look really great. So let's see what we have here. But before we begin, if you like the video, do think about giving a like, maybe subscribing if you'd like to do that, maybe coming over to Twitch if you want to watch this stuff live, whether you want to lurk or talk. Think about coming over and hanging out with us. We'd honestly love to have you. We also have a pretty cool Discord server if you want to check that out. We have a coffee link if you want to help us directly monetize the content. And yes, I moved it back to our traditional coffee link rather than Esther's because our financial situation, the events that we recently dealt with, you can hear about it on our Discord channel if you want to go over there. They have been stabilized. And so I can move it back to the normal coffee link happily, I can say that much. So check that out if you'd like to help us directly monetize what we do here. Very much appreciated. Any little bit helps. And we also have a merch store if you want to buy some cool stuff over there. Links are in the description, and you can check them out at your leisure. Okay, this is the first game tonight. Why am I already losing my voice? Hold on, I need some water. Water time. I'm not actually losing my voice. I think my voice is just being dry. I think that's the problem here. I'll be fine. Nothing a little water can't help, right? Actually, yeah, my voice does seem to be a little weird today. Okay, well, I'll probably work it out, whatever it's going on. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go ahead and start up. But yeah, I should actually show too. So this is early access version 0.42, so it's not finished yet. This game is in active development with ongoing updates to content and gameplay. The full release will differ from the current version. So, I don't know if the game is feature complete just yet, but, I mean, it already seems to have some really crazy good performance, like, as far as, like, how it's actually presented itself. I don't know if it performs well as far as how it runs. Hopefully it does. I mean, it looks like it does from the videos I saw, but, yeah, let's start it up. Let's do single player. It is cool that you can do local co-op. So I think you can do Steam Remote Play for co-op on this, which is pretty cool actually. I'm gonna do single player for now though. We can play as Muu or Kelly. So Muu is a robot brawler mastering beam claws for close quarters combat. Okay, red, okay. And then we have Kelly, a human marksman skilled in long range attacks and operating various firearms, and they're blue. Yeah, I get it. We're picking between X and 0 here. Yeah, I'll go with X. I'll go with Kelly. So either 0 the X series or 0 series, mostly 0 the X series, I guess. What did you just say? So, yeah, something like that. Okay, movement, support, switch support, followed apart. Followed apart, I wonder what that does. Run, overdrive, skill, active, jump, and attack. Okay. This feels more brawler controls than fighting game controls. Okay, so it is probably more brawler than fighting game. Oh, cool. We transform, much like... That was actually kind of a ZX transformation, you know? That kind of makes me think of ZX, where you're a human... Well, okay, you're either a human or an android, but you start out in kind of, a civilian form, then you get the suit. So, yeah. So, gun. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I could do like a... Neat. And crouch. What's interesting is that shot almost acts as a double jump. Oh, wow, shooting down is cool. I'm doing this by holding the attack button in the air and then holding a direction. So it does care about your directions quite a bit. So I can run with a double tap or holding RT. I appreciate the option. I can dash with... Okay. I can do air dash. I can do I have a double jump as well. That's cool. So quite a bit of mobility. All right. Hi, Krisovs. Okay. Oh, I have the... Okay. Turns out it turns out that if I'm running and then no. Oh, how did I do that slide? That was actually kind of... How did I don't actually know how I did a slide. I'm confused. I did there you go. Okay, so to do a slide is... Oh, okay. Okay, you just attack while double tapping. Gotcha. Basically, while dashing, attack, and you do a slide. HP top left yellow bar, 0 equals attack speed. I feel like there should be some music played right now. This is kind of odd. Early access. They probably have to throw in music later. Back here. Back here. The only problem is he can't... Well, he can shoot up, actually, but it's... He has to do a charge check. Oh, no, he doesn't. He can just shoot normally. Okay. Why do consume SP? So what is my skill? It's a grenade. Okay. Or at least it's a grenade when I'm doing that. Some supporters anytime after unlock support... Wait, I just hit it. Yeah, I did. It's, Wait, is that a Toho character? Hello. Thanks for the, thing. So LB to summon? That's a can. Oh, it heals me. Okay, she's like a healer assist. So... Purple bar gave with dealing damage to items. Overdrive burst. Press RB when it's 100%. Oh, I have a bike. Neat. How you doing, V? A group of cosmic hunters pilot the starship Super Ally Ranger on a journey to find a hidden planet said to hold endless treasure. They have already discovered a way to enter the space where this mysterious world lies. The ship originally belonged to the human hunters Kelly and Rambos. After a small accident, the robot sisters Muu and Fran joined the crew. Soon after, the young scientist Lambos arrived as well, bringing with her a powerful combat robot known as Unicus. To force her way aboard the Ranger, Lambos once brazenly used Unit 01 to threaten the others and even declared herself the leader. She was stubborn, forceful, and hardly reasonable. However, since everyone shared the same goal, and it was clear she meant no real harm, they eventually reached an agreement and set off together. But just as their journey had begun, disaster struck. A powerful and unknown detector suddenly appeared and blocked their path. I kind of feel like all this text and story with a black screen is probably going to, again, early access. This is probably going to be a little bit more fleshed out in the future. In this situation, the Ranger can't put up any real fight. Only Unicus, equal in power to the attacker, can launch and protect it. And yet this Raider is strangely similar to the Unicus. They must be machines from the same series. You damn puppet! Where did you hide what you stole? Give it back to me now! What is the Raider talking about? Why are we being attacked? Lambos, you know something, don't you? That thing looks a lot like your Unicus. Not what I know. Unicus is my creation. How could there be a counterfeit? Wait, she doesn't seem to know that I'm the one operating Unicus. Does she think it has autonomous consciousness? What, you're the one controlling Unicus? Not exactly, but I'm basically monitoring this unit. She won't generate objectives on her own. Here's our little crew. I like how edgy our Mega Man X character looks. He's the guy with the blue eyes, I'm pretty sure. He's like, I'm not gonna look at the blue screen traditionally. I'm gonna stand with my back to the screen, then turn dramatically, because that's a lot cooler. That's gonna give you neck pain. Don't watch monitors like that. Okay, that's not the point. Things are looking bad right now. These two units have nearly equal output, and I can't get Unicus to block all the attacks. I need a way out. Nah, just keeping her at bay is already... You bastard, what the hell do you want? Even want with a Violet Amber? Why did you take it? Give it back, please. Violet Amber? What's that? Some kind of antique? Did we steal that? Gah! Face turns extremely pale. Oh no! We're doing actions in parentheses. I don't know what she's talking about. This freak is losing her mind. We take it down now, we'll get caught in the blast too. The Ranger can't take that kind of hit at the moment. We'll finally upgrade to the Super Ally Ranger. Is this really how it ends? Oh no, detecting high energy. I like this guy. He's got good hair. Energy reaction inside the target. Attack incoming. Shut up, so damn noisy. Why do you keep standing in my way? Fine, if you insist. You'll all die right here. Level 1 admin. Previous offline. Chief admin now online. Oh no, whatever that means. What? Critical situation. I'm tearing open the space-time barrier to create a breach. Focus all defensive energy on the port side. Disregard attacks for the immensis. What's up with the text spacing? Do not let the spatial rift compromise the strip's main structure. Time and coordinates have been transferred to Ranger's main control. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Who are you? Why have you taken control of my Unicus? I am Unicus, that's all. No time to explain, this is the only way. Wait! Portrait Captain 3, 2. Die! Die, die, die! You were just asking please earlier, now you're saying die, die, die. Now's the time, go! We'll meet again someday. Damn it, all hands race for impact. The Ranger will take some damage, but don't worry, we won't be shot down. My ship? Ah! The Ranger escaped through the space-time breach torn open by the Unicus. While severely damaged, pushed to the verge of incineration, but ultimately survived. One Earth month later, Leoport. All damage sustained by the Ranger during some effects has been fully repaired. You could probably stop the dramatic music. After upgrading equipment and installing new systems and crew, the Ranger's ready to sell once again. Just then, an accident occurred. Okay, what is going on? Like, I feel like, first off, I expected an action game, not a visual novel. But second off, oh no, danger! Oh no, the ship! Oh, it's danger! Dangerous happened to the ship! Oh, it's okay, we got away. We got repaired. But then an accident, okay! Alright, I guess never mind for the repairs. A splinter force for the dreaded Steel Hive Legion has invaded Leoport. I don't know who that is. Before they can transform this place into a new Steel Hive. Bracket. The Rangers, Space Hunters, Muu and Kelly will crush the Queen's ambitions. Ooh, okay, so, listen, this game's in early access, but I can really feel it. Like, that story introduction felt bad. It felt clunky, there was too much reading, not enough images. Oh, it felt really bad. I kind of feel like they should have just cut the story until it's actually, like, it feels like a placeholder until they actually had a proper intro. But I kind of feel like they should have maybe just cut or shortened the intro until then. Like, I don't think it's a good replacement. Like, well, we're gonna have this cool intro later, but for now, we'll do a giant text dump. And it's like, no. Let's just avoid the giant text dump. Let's just avoid the giant text dump until you have something together. I don't know. That's how I feel, at least. Like, it's better just to be brief on the story in your early access game than to do that, I think. Because, like, this is an action game. We're not here to read a big, huge story. I mean, it's okay to have story and action games, don't get me wrong, but, you know, I was here for the action, so. Right? Okay. And they're getting mad. No need for cutscenes in an action platform. I mean, no, it's fine to have them, but, like, you gotta be snappy about it. If you got an action game, you don't really want to be bloated about how you describe your game. Like, here's the thing. I feel like that entire intro cinematic section with the two robots fighting and everybody talking a lot, I get that was like a character introduction moment for everybody, but I kind of feel like it should have just been, like, the game in its early access state should have just started with us on the planet getting repairs from a big attack. You don't have to describe the attack, you don't have to show it. Just be like, well, there was a big attack that happened, we're getting repairs. Oh no, 5 attack! And then just go into the gameplay from there. It would have been much more snappy. Again, until you have something better organized for your early access game later. Try to be, like, brief if you don't have, you know, if you don't have the cutscenes developed yet, then don't replace it with text. Well, that's the main thing. That's the main thing I would say. Just be brief about it. Yeah, when it started with the Still Hive attack, we need to stop them. That explosion, like, yeah. You can also backstory it once I'm actually in the gameplay. But this music is really good, though. That's explosive. Yep. Interestingly, if I do a charge shot on the ground, I can't aim it up. So I have to do, if I want to just shoot casually up, ooh, watermelon, I will need to do so with a normal shot. This place looks suspicious. Should we search it? Maybe. Oh, a new teammate. Our team's growing. Carrot person. I really should go on a diet, whatever. That's a carrot! Relax! Okay, carrots are actually kind of high in sugar, but... Also, what's that about searching it? I was told to search for a secret up here. Oh, I see. I understand. What's this? Yeah, it's a big gun. Controls feel a little... It's a little hard to chain your moves together. I figure like this game would do that much easier. What's this? It looks valuable. I got a lot of points for it, but I don't know what those are for. Chris says, I just want to say convoluted kid story energy, but bloated is a good word. It just feels... It's I think we've seen... In Howler for an Hour, we've seen some games be too in love with their own story. And it's okay to be passionate about your game's plot, but there are some games that are over-eager. Oh, that money... I left that on the screen last time and it stayed there. That's interesting. Some games front-load their story too heavily. Like, the thing about a video game is, if it's got any sort of gameplay, if it's not just a visual novel, that is, it's totally cool to have a good story. There's nothing wrong with that, but you have to keep in mind that a player is playing a game for the gameplay, and your story can add to the gameplay, but if you front-load your story before the gameplay, you're gonna get a lot of bored people. Like, you have to make sure, like, part of investing your player into your game's world is letting them play that world. You can't just tell them about it and tell them about it and tell them about it and make them excited. They have to experience that world for themselves to get excited. If that makes sense. Shield guy. He's not very smart, is he? Alright, there we go. I bet he can turn around. Wait, hold on. That looks like it's something up here. Yep, that definitely looks like something. How do I get up there? Yeah, hold on. I gotta do the thing. Maybe... let's see. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, interesting. You can do that in the air? I didn't even know you could do that in the air. Actually, that's helpful. That's what I needed. Okay, that didn't work. Darn it. I was trying to... I pressed the wrong button. I was trying to... yeah, do an air dash. That'll be more helpful. Can I not break that? I guess I can't break that. I feel like I should be able to break that, actually. Maybe if I use a charge shot. No? It's just glass. Oh yeah, the grenades. That might do it. Forgot I had those. No! Okay, never mind. Wait. It looks like a drop ledge. It was not a drop ledge. Muu learns Spiral Assault. Return to the range or switch to stage/skills. Activates charge enter claws lunge in a spin motion turning through enemies. I wonder if Muu can maybe go through the glass walls. And then Kelly learned Adhesive M1. Holding left or right and pressing Y fires a grenade that there's a time bomb on enemies to expose after delay. Okay. Also seems to pierce. Yeah. Metasox says it's because of two different timelines of Zero that appears in X series of Axel and Z series of Steel. Guessing this has inspiration of Zero from the X series. Oh, okay. Also, Robot, that's a good thought. Equip like, dang, it's one thing after another, thus implying that the heroes went through something before the Steel Hive thing. That would have been actually a really elegant way of handling, because that would immediately imply that they went through something else before this, without loading it down. That's actually a really good idea. Cirque says, fluttering in the story Super Mario is what I could enjoy about the new Doom games. I don't actually know what those are. Post 2016 especially, just listening to some of his longer out lore dump session about their fictional science fantasy saying, here's the truth about creative writing. If you come up with a story, if you come up with a world, a setting, characters, that's gonna be... Here's the thing about creative exercises. Whatever you create is always gonna be more exciting to you than it is to other people. So if you come up with a whole big world and setting and story and characters in your head, that's going to feel so alive and real and awesome, right? Because you came up with it, you know all the little details, it's very living and breathing in your head. But when you're telling other people about it, they have to be shown what's interesting about that world. They don't just immediately know everything you know. So you have to, like, explain it to them, you have to show them, and it's a lot to go through. So it's a lot to learn, you know, somebody else's world and setting. So you have to convince them to care. You have to make... it's not just a case of being rude or anything. Just for that person to actually invest in your world, they have to be convinced to be invested. You have to figure out a way to, like, draw them in. That's very important. Because it's never going to be as exciting for you as it is for others as it is for you. Hi. Does it say hi? It looks like it says hi. And I think when we play some video games with heavy stories, I think it's kind of obvious that the developers of that story, they don't seem to understand that is a fact. That fact of, oh, this won't be as exciting for others as it is for me. That's something that you need to remember as a creative. If you're a creator of any sort, if you write stories, make games, whatever, you have to remember that your stories are always going to be more interesting to you than to others, and you have to account for that and respect the player or reader's time. Oh, my face turned right at that. Okay, it seems like the strategy of fighting that guy is stand in his hitbox, and then he can't do anything. Alright. Worked out. Do I have a map? Oh, neat. I like our character portrait. That's really cool looking. That, you know, honestly, he looks a little bit like... Okay, I didn't play Star Force, but he looks a little bit like the Star Force guy. You know, the beast guy that actually helps you... lets the main character transform. He looks a little like that. He has that energy. Yeah, he looks like Omega Zis. Or Zis. Or however you say it. I don't actually know how to say that word. A little bit of that energy. I have carrots. Good. I like how he complains about eating carrots. He keeps complaining about his diet. I'm trying to figure out if I have a map, also. I don't think I do. Okay. Wow, he had the entire wind-up and still missed me. I didn't even move. I wonder what all these... I'm guessing what I'm collecting is money, because it feels... There was a secret area that had more of it, so it's probably important. It's a shame they gave the shields to the guys that don't know how to turn around. Wait a minute. Oh, look at this! Look at that! Oh, did you notice that? Only a high-power shot did damage. Look. Okay, that light low-power shot did damage there. Interesting. Okay, like... No, it looks like lower-power shots could do it, too. I noticed secrets, because I noticed it was cracked. That was actually a little subtle. What's this? Carrot seed. A living plant! We can grow it on mini-Earth! What does that mean? We can grow it on mini-Earth! What? Okay, another thing this game has a problem with is, you notice how it's like, oh no, the metal hive! And oh no, unicornus! And oh no, mini-Earth! This is, you know, another storytelling blunder this game is doing. And again, it might be because early access, the story is clunkier because early access, I don't know. But this game is definitely doing, the game is committing a sin of throwing the player unique terms. Also, I didn't even notice that I broke the floor here. I just realized. The game is doing that thing where it comes up with its own... Like, this is another problem that some creative exercises fell at. If you create a world with its own, like we're also in, like, a particular continent on a particular planet right now, too. Like, we're in the city of whatever in whatever place, whatever planet. Yeah, this game has trouble with, again, this is a problem when people create their own worlds. They come up with, like, oh yeah, this is the name of whatever this, you know, this is this group, and this is this town, and this planet, this country, this is this thing, that thing, and it's all these proper names, proper nouns. If your story has, if your fiction has a lot of proper nouns, and you just throw them at the player, if you just throw them at the reader, that doesn't mean anything to us. Like, it's like, what is that? What does that word mean? I don't know. But if they go into... But, like, basically, be careful how many proper nouns you sling at your, players, basically. Is what I would suggest. Also, I'm gonna backtrack because I just realized something. the spot I was curious about, is there any cracked wall around here? It looks like there's something above. Well, I can just hover in midair if I keep shooting. Not completely, but quite a bit. Yeah, now I just realized that cracked surfaces are something I need to look out for. 1 second. This game clearly has secrets, so... I wonder if, that one first secret area had a cracked wall. I don't know. I'm just seeing if any of the floors have cracked surfaces now that I know to look for it. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. You pronounce it... Imagine it pronounces Omega Exis. Exis? Yeah, okay. Let's say it that way. And Search says, either that's expected to have played Super Ally Ranger beforehand and know what this stuff is. Wait, is this a sequel? If this is a sequel, I had actually no idea. 1 second. Oh, damn, this is a sequel! I didn't know this. Wait a minute. Oh. That explains a lot, actually. They probably did expect you to play the first game. Yeah, so if you guys are curious, here. Okay, that explains a lot. I just didn't know. Wait a minute. Did I know? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Deep dive time. Wait. I'm a complete liar. But to be fair, we have a bad memory. Hey, guess what? We have Super Ally Ranger. We played it for 5.9 hours and got half the achievements. Okay. So actually, I just, like, didn't remember. Oh, right. Also, hello, Raiders. Sorry, I'm having an epiphany moment. 1 second. I just realized I'm playing a sequel to a game we played before, and I didn't even realize this. Let's see what I can tell you about this. Was this... Let me guess. This was a Howler, wasn't it? Yep. Okay, to be fair, we played it November 7th, 2022. So it's actually been... It's been 4 years. I forgot. For those wanting to see that episode, I'll put it in the description of this video for YouTube. But also, for anybody else, I just provided a link for those that want to see it. What did we... Okay, hold on a second. I wanna just park the brakes for a second. First off, yeah, I think what's going on here is the game expects us to have played the first one, which we technically did. But it's been so long we don't remember the story. So the game is assuming we remember the story, which... I could go either way with that. Like, yeah, it's a sequel, you should remember some stuff. But also, if it's really just cold throwing me back into things without a refresher, that seems a little rough, right? Anyways, yeah, so I just want to go to the end of this video. So anyways, the first game was this. Right. I think, if I remember correctly, this game had a lot of the first game had a lot of front-loaded story too, if I remember. Also had really good music, but...
Sis, wake up, sis.
Wait, I think it had a slightly clunky translated story. I think it's originally not...
Get up, sis.
I think this was originally, like, not released in English.
I found out...
Yeah, it's actually a sequel.
Here.
I actually forgot this. We played this, like, 4 years ago. Well, Charm
Number
did.
03, right? Here's number 03. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. It had a really long intro of a very slow text scroll. So it seems like the developers have a bit of a problem with really bloated intro cutscenes.
Sis?
Because, like, I think, like... Look at the timestamp. I think this just goes on and on, if I remember this cutscene for the first game. Let's actually dance for it. Let's see. On and on. Yeah, there was a bunch of... Yeah, the storytelling is clunky in these games. I think that's what we basically learned.
This one's different. Now watch it.
Like, the intro cutscene for this game...
I haven't started the game! Baby Coleal's
like
through the planet's energy field. Crap! So we're stuck here. This is the default text speed. I don't know if I could change it yet. I haven't started the game. Maybe Cole's hippo was
Yeah,
fine.
so it took 11 and a half minutes for Charm to watch the intro cutscene.
But this is not how you do it. Honestly, the art's story. I can hit enter. Let's see what happens if I hit enter. I would just skip to the next.
Even
But
Charm was
it's
like,
still
I'm
slow,
sick
I'm
of this story before even starting the
It still
game.
takes forever between each block. Even B, the YouTube intro.
I'll give it sequel credit. It didn't take 11 and a half minutes to get through their intro cutscene. It was a long intro cutscene, but it wasn't 11 and a half minutes long.
Should we just skip this? Maybe we should just skip this. Should YouTube not suffer this? You guys choose whether or not YouTube gets to.
Yeah, that's a bad look if Charm is wondering if the intro should be skipped because YouTube might not like it.
Suffer this, okay? Hey, there's the end of it.
Yeah, Charm watched, 12 and a half minutes. 12 and a half minutes intro.
I found it. I could probably summarize that in like. Let's see how quick.
Okay, this explains a lot. I was like, why does this feel familiar when we were going through the intro cutscene for this game? Like the sequel here? I was wondering to myself, why did it feel weirdly familiar? Like, it's something. You guys notice how I was starting to talk about how, like, we played previous Howler for hours, where bloated intro story. I knew something was reminding me of something. I just couldn't remember what it was. It was this. It was the first game, which had the same problem but worse.
Quickly, here's the thing. No. What?
Yeah, the Charm had an ad rant on the title screen. And then it finally did our intro.
This robot's gonna work.
I'm just advancing forward here. Hold on.
300 normal.
And then when it actually came to the gameplay, oh yeah, the difficulty selects was all over the place.
For like high quality suits or whatever. I like that stuff. I don't know. It's cool.
It was a lot more chibi in the old days, wasn't it?
I think it has a very large sprite.
I gotta say, the game has graphically, the sequel has quite the glow up over the first game. Music is still on point for both games. But yeah, hello Raiders. I'm guessing you guys are playing Super Alley Crush. I'm gonna get back to it in a second.
Oh, wow, that thing that I killed a minute ago looks an awful lot like. Was it the Zero virus?
Wait, isn't that the same song we're listening to right now? It's like a remix of it. Okay, I think the first game was...
The things that killed off the NPCs you were trying to save.
The first game was much more Mega Man, if you notice, too.
X6 and X5?
I mean, not that the game we're playing right now isn't either, but... Like, this one was much more Mega Man.
I like the color coding on that. They were red, so I knew they were bad to touch.
What was Charm's ultimate opinion of this? She had she played a couple hours, so I think she was having fun. I don't remember if we beat the game. So she played for a couple hours here, and we have like 5 hours on record, so I think she did come back to play it more by herself. She didn't do it on stream. She didn't play it more by herself. I don't know if she beat the game. She might have beat the game. I really can't remember.
Anyways, I'll probably finish this up at a casual, like, another Howl video on this one, because I kind of want to. I like leaving some Mega Man likes, so I'll probably finish this one up with getting all the chips, and then playing all the challenge levels, and hopefully those 100 out of 100 things are not required for any sort of special ending or anything, because I don't know if I care about those. But I will try to get all the chips and beat all the levels.
I think she probably beat the game.
But anyways, that was Super Alley Ranger.
So her opinion of the game was, it's fun, but man, the story. Man, the story. The story is the weakest part of both of these games, I'm gonna guess. Alright, back to the gameplay. Sorry, I had to refresh my memory. I had to pause for a second. So, I'm gonna say that probably... I'm gonna guess this game's gonna play out the same way as the first game, where we think the gameplay is really great, but the story sucks, basically. Early access, yeah, that's true. I don't even know if this game's finished. I guess we'll find out. Alright, I guess I'm gonna move on. It seems like the writers of these games just can't help themselves with bloating the story. Because the first game didn't... This game has an excuse of that it's early access, so maybe the story will improve once they leave early access. It's possible they'll polish up how they tell it. But the first game, when Charm played the first game, that was not early access, that was a full release. So it was just a really bloated story. And it wasn't any early access excuse. It was just that way. But I will give it credit. The intro cutscene here took like 5-6 minutes, not 12. That's better. Still too long, but it's better than 12.5 minutes. So, you know, improvement. You went from a D to a C. Good work. You know? I'm gonna look for a secret also a little bit more and then we'll advance. Okay, I think I've probably done everything. Let's go over here. Yeah, so secrets need to be found. I also like that exits glow. Blue, that's nice. I appreciate that. That was a lot to read. Good alert, got dinner. Hope the stream goes. Oh, thanks for reading. I appreciate the raid. Thank you for... Sorry, I was so distracted trying to catch up on things. But thank you very much for the raid. And the hello, raiders. That's actually... We have had 2 raids in the last hour. That's really crazy. Thank you, guys. If anybody is from these raids is sticking around, thank you. We have a bunch of games to check out today. This is Howler for an hour. We check out review keys for around an hour each. And then we check out another one. And we basically give first impressions. Oops. What are those gems? Oh, hello. Ah, you opened the door for me. Okay. Oh, that guy turned around. That surprised me. I think they were capable. I'll shoot him through the fire cap. Oh, if I just hold down the charge, I can just keep shooting it. Interesting. Invisible wall! I really do like the background outside. The save background looks really good. Oh, that's cool. You know which way the path forward is because there's an arrow. That's cool. I like that. So that's like forward progress. For sure, love to share the Critter Lab with fellow Alphabet streamers and you ever play the same game I was. Oh, that's an interesting timing. Yeah, I guess it's just like released in early access not very long ago, so that makes sense. But yeah, it does feel pretty fun. I just wish they could get a handle on their storytelling a little bit. Let's see, did I do everything to the right? I think I did. Yeah. Okay. Forward progress! I actually really appreciate the forward progress arrow, that's very appreciated. That way you know what the side paths are. If you want to be thorough. Meat. 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 I ate it. Took a bit. I think you have higher DPS with not charge shots, I just realized. Yeah, totally. You have much higher DPS if you don't use the charge shot. Charge shot is still useful though, just, yeah. I wonder what Overkill does. It's kind of calling it out. Ooh, special fish. Oh, they're in napalm. Sorry. I knew I could eventually shoot through that shell. Oh, a boss, kind of. can I not shoot the guy in the back? Okay. Let's see, what's the, That helps. Okay, I'm behind you. What you gonna do about it? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. 0 out of 10. This guy is stupider than the forklift driver in Mega Man 7. The forklift driver in Mega Man 7 knows to back up and run you over with the back. He's much smarter than this guy. Oh, at least they survived. Briefly. He's in our minds, but I'm ready to go. Honestly, I love the forklift driver in Mega Man 7 because if you get behind him, he's like, what? Well, and just like, he does that thing where he leans over the back seat so he can look where he's going as he reverses. It's pretty great. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go look up Mega Man 7 Nitro Man stage. It's pretty funny. Let's see, so did I go... I guess I've taken all the paths, yeah. What's up here? Oh, yeah, there is stuff up here. No money left behind. Whoops. I actually mean to go into the next room. I just kind of forgot that if you attack while running, you slide. So it looks like some breakable walls do kind of need a charge shot to break. Something to keep in mind, I guess. That looks breakable. Can I break that? No. Oops. Really generous on the healing points. Those things heal you. Hello. I like how I can walk into the boss area and I don't have to immediately fight. I can back out. That's actually appreciated too. I'm assuming it's a boss. I'm just gonna shoot your propeller before we engage. Thanks. Just hang out. Why is he not doing anything about this? Yeah, just hang out for a bit. I'm just gonna destroy your propeller. You think he's invincible right now? I mean, I'm doing damage. What do you think? Is the game anti-exploiting me right now? I can't- oh, no, it broke. Okay, a little closer. There's clearly a detection range where if I get close enough, they'll start fighting me. I'm getting the other propeller, hold on. That's a lot of health, it's worth doing this the cheap way. So I'm just cheaping out this boss entirely. I'm pretty sure it's a boss, or a mini-boss at least. Alright, this is very silly. How close do I have to get to the boss before it starts fighting me, you think? This is slow, but also very safe. Julian. Why is this Power Ranger shooting me? I'm just chilling here. It is funny, though. I'm breaking this other propeller, and then we'll move forward, I guess. There we go. Hello. So that's Stillhive's landing craft! How many troops do you think they packed inside? Probably a lot more than it looks. We should be ready for anything. Unlike them, they were not. Unlike them, we should be ready for anything. Unlike them, because they weren't ready for anything I was doing. Doesn't matter. However may show up, I'll tear them apart. And I'll target the engines. He sure did. He sure did that. He sure did that. You know, I just was playing in character. He wanted to target the engines, like he said. I will let them evade wherever they please. That's the spirit. Let's move. You notice this dialogue? It's really... It's unnecessary. Like, a lot of the dialogue's unnecessary, like, oh, they have, you know, like, the first part was okay. Like, oh, they have drop ships. I wonder how many troops they have. I'll target the engines. That's all useful information, the character banter. But then the other character's like, I will let them be bad guys. And it's like, yeah, that's the point. That's why we're fighting them. You literally didn't need to say that. That's just a wasted dialogue line. In addition to that's the spirit, let's move. Like, just cut this down, trim this down, guys. You don't need to say unnecessary lines like that. Warning! I don't feel like I'm really that scared, but okay. Watch out, warning, guys. There's it's other. Watch out! I like how the boss actually started properly and didn't glitch out. Actually, I'm actually kind of impressed. So I think I immediately hit phase 2 with this boss. By the way, ow! I think I immediately entered phase 2 because the engines are destroyed. Did that turn just glitch out? You know what this looks like? This looks like a Metal Slug boss. Doesn't it? Oh gosh, those explosions are kind of big, actually. There it is. I just got them all in the air, what the heck? That works. Bosses are a lot easier when you take out their armor before you even start the fight. Hee hee hee. I got an augment chip. Okay, what's that do? Oh yeah, I have grenades. I keep forgetting this. 2309 cosmic coins, complete 5 of 5. I don't know what that means. 5 of 5 what? 5 of 5? No big deal at all. Even if 10 more ships showed up, I could shoot them down just the same. My upgrade body is way better combat now. Okay, thanks. Just keep self-flagellating there. It's fine. Or self-congratulating, whatever. Easy. This is my first time using combat suit in combat. It's better than I imagined. Can't believe my physical capabilities improved this move. Was that supposed to be improved this much? It just kind of cut off. Look at this. Can't believe my physical capabilities improved this move. Of course, who do you think tuned your performance and made those combat suits in the first place? I'm going to assume it's you, Lamos, with your clunky dialogue trying to introduce the fact that you made the suits. The upgraded light saws are great too. Rambos, you're amazing. Hey, that's my blood, sweat, and tears right there. It really makes me happy. Like, honestly, there's something really annoying about the dialogue. I don't even know how to put it. Do you guys know what I mean? Like, it's just like, yep, I did that thing. Exposition moment, exposition moment, exposition moment, exposition moment. Like, hey, why can't this blast pistol go full auto? Your combat suit powers it directly. What do you expect me to do? Lower your ability? Alright, enough to, like, that was unnecessary too. Like, oh no, I don't have full auto. It's a game to have themselves in the dialogue, so this could have been in formatting. Oh yeah, maybe it's a formatting mistake, actually. It's not that I don't like dialogue between characters, it's just that I don't like bad dialogue between characters, I think. Like, you need to make it more natural, and also less bloated. Okay, so the Super Ally Ranger is the Ranger's HQ. This existed in the first game, too. There was an HQ area, where you can mess things up. Or mess things up, I mean, or make things better, perhaps. Circuit. Quick chips to boost stats. Unlock expansions of Cosmo Coins. Some required challenges. Okay, gotcha. Visually offensive, I know, but this slot's truly non-configurable. Remove that screw destroys the entire ship array. Deal with it. Okay. Oh, the chips, I see. Spin Cosmic Coins and permanently unlock this slot. More unlocks equals more options. Okay, I get it. Yeah. And I could decode. Unable. So I can buy these, but I'm unable with these. Okay. I guess I have to unlock them. HP, SP, attack. I just want basic attack. That's what I want. Obligatory work. What? Okay. I get less money, but I increase my damage. That's terrible, because I need the coin conversion is what I need to buy other things. If I get this, then all of my earnings are cut in half. That would actually really suck overall. So no. Oh, 10% damage when SP full. I don't even like using special attacks very much, so that actually sounds really good. Attack 30, critical rate minus 100. I don't know how good crits are. Yeah, I'll do energy full. That one's perfect. Oh, perfect state as well. 20% damage and energy HP is full. It's not too hard to heal, especially the assists. That could be useful. Yeah, great at the game I am with money is useless. Very much true. Ooh, 2 extra area jumps might find secrets, though. I think I'll get, that. And for now, I'll get... I do appreciate this. This is a, if you don't want to use your special, you just do more damage. I like that as an extra option. I'll get that, too. Okay, how do I put these on? Like, literally, how do I put these on? Okay, I see. So I can expand this more by spending money. But the exclamation marks, I have to clear a challenge to get that. Unlock 0-1 Tyavor, 0-2 Crush Stellaris. Okay. I'm gonna up my HP. But yeah, I want the mobility amp. Okay. Yeah, there. And then energy full. Oh, that's a big guy. Can I rotate this? I don't know. I don't know if this is rotatable. I'm trying to press buttons. I don't think so. This feels like the sort of grid where you can rotate things, but I don't know if I can. No, that just cancels. Okay, I don't think you can rotate. Huh. Okay. I guess I have room for it, so give me this. Oh yeah, it's right there. Okay. Now I have more jumps, so I can find secrets, and I have an energy full thing, so if my energy is full... If my SP is full, then yeah. Let's see. Challenge. Oh, I see. These are like achievements, almost. Oh, you can turn off, on ground, hold up and attack to charge and release from uppercut. You can actually turn that off. That's interesting. Or... I don't know, actually. That looks like an option, but... Okay. It looks like something I can toggle, but I can't seem to toggle it. Oh, you can even select... I like that. You can set loadouts. Okay. The expedition vessel... Balance performance of that features identical livery to the Ranger. Okay. Nav ship, huh? I only have one. And they level up, apparently? Interesting. And we also have Palmy. who I very much swear looks like a Toho character. And we got Chrono Courier. Restores HP. Also, we probably just want to restore HP character as a support because if I get that chip that makes it so I do more damage to full health, then having a health top-up is good to have around. Also, there's all these characters. They have good art, but I don't know who they are. There's a lot of them. Please wait for the version update. The production team is working hard. There's missing people. Wait, do you have a whole information thing? Wait! If you have an information guide where I can look up additional details about the story, then there's absolutely no reason to bloat the intros and stuff. You can just look at this up if you want to learn more. Also, I want to see something. So, I believe, the SP gauge is the, thing that uses the overdrive, I think. Right? I'm actually trying to remember. So I need to make sure I avoid pressing RB at all costs. Basically. Because SP full, you know. Actually, I'm trying to see... Is there just like a general guide of gameplay? Yeah, I guess right here. Where's the SP? Ultimate skill. When EP... Wait, that's it. No, I'm sorry. The skill uses EP. EP. Let's see. What's SP then? HPL gauge. SP blue gauge. I think SP... Yeah, SP's for like when I throw grenades. And it increases with any normal attack. So yeah, it's easy enough to fill. So the blue gauge... I need to keep the blue gauge filled to do more damage, basically. Which I believe if I throw a grenade, I lose that a little bit. So I think that's what that's tied to. Oh, Ranger Sortie. The upgraded crab suit is really nice. Yay. I'm really sick of being in debt, yeah? I like this dress. Like, can you play with me? Oh, did they get a new dress? Did it fit their, like, cybernetic tail? What happened back in Tawanda, you're going to be helped, and I hear Takeawin's positions. I think some of this is first game story, but we didn't pay attention to the first game story either, because it was bloated, so... I think we're just kind of lost. By the way, it really wanted me to press the sortie button, so this is a dialogue I want to say, I think. I think the other problem is there's too many characters. Like, look how many people are talking. Is that a little clamp tail? I think so. So anyways, the ship is big. You can actually... Wait, can you just, like... No, you can't. Combat setup, okay. So you can move things... Like, honestly, the game is mechanically probably pretty sound, given the first game was too. It's just that dang story problem. So you can switch your moves here, I guess, is what it's trying to tell me. Why is there a Dark Elf in this game? I mean, I'm not opposed to that, but... So I can learn new moves. Is there anything here I really care about? Oh, I can charge up more. That might be useful. So let's see. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna do something kind of a little. I'm gonna. Can I not just? There we go. So I'm gonna remove my SP moves. I'm gonna remove my grenades, and that's because I have an attack buff if I don't use SP. So that will ensure I don't lose that attack buff. We change our. Okay, we change our dash. I guess I'll leave the Gigalance where it is. That's fine. I thought, wait, hold on. Didn't I bought a Charge Strike. I guess that's just inherent. I thought I had to equip it, but it looks like it's just there now. Okay. Yeah, now I literally can't spend SP, so that'll make it really easy. Navcraft. Yeah, so what's this thing about? Stores rally points, revive resource, carry supporters, emergency, live supporters. Yeah, okay. Emergency evacuation on spawn right. Okay. Right, so we can, like, what? Oh, we can put people in it. I mean, yeah, let's put these guys in it, why not? They do healing, so why not? We can also upgrade it to give it another support slot. We can also get other ones. They have, okay, this has less ready, no, this has more readiness points than that does, okay. What the heck are readiness points? Support slot 1, support slot 3. More support crew. Reduce supply energy capacity, majestic dragonhorn design. Meteor inspired adorable appearance. Upgrade energy pump for greater supply storage. Okay. Is anybody else feeling a little bit lost, or is it just me? It's kind of easy to, like, lose track of what we're looking at here. Save? Yeah, I love it. Oh! The ship has a graphic. That's good, actually. I should go to the left first, then. What's over here? City spit spots. Lucky coins, rare drops into the machine to get orbs containing random items. Shadow orbs to claim contents. Okay. It's a gachapon, yeah. I don't have a lucky coin! No! Basically, the game is, like, slapping a lot of systems in my face all at the same time. Here's the guys we found. Tutorial start? No, we're good. Tutorial. At least there is a graphic for the ship design, but... I think I remember this from the first game, too. I believe Charm didn't like the ship because it was a hub world where you walked around and you had different things you could do, which sounds fine on the surface. But it's really everything's really spaced out, so it takes a long time to do everything, basically, if that makes sense. Like, you want to go change that? Okay, we'll walk several rooms over so you can do that. You know, like... Anyways, here we have a rift time. Okay, I can access the lore without going to this room, at least. And here is simulate combat, test techniques. Okay, that's cool. I appreciate that. It's very distracting for side players, yeah. And I guess you could also upgrade the nav ship here. Or switch it? Okay. Kind of feels like half of these rooms are pointless. It looks like we'll get somebody in here later. Okay. Oh, here's Mini Earth. I think this was in the first game, too. I believe you could grow things on Mini Earth in the first game, too. Yeah, so our ship just has an Earth in it, as you do. But I also think, if I remember correctly, the first game also had Mini Earth. And I don't think the first game explained that either, why there was a Mini Earth. I don't think the first game explained that either. Or if it did, it was buried somewhere. But yeah, the Super Alloy Ranger ship just has, you know, a Mini Earth, as you do. Oh, hello. Another cutscene? Let me explain the limitations, functions of the new teleport. That actually sounds useful. Stapling for spatial teleportation at a certain range. Send everyone to confirm safe coordinates, but saying them arbitrarily carries quite high risk. All the possible departure points are fixed. By the way, this is a roguelike, I believe, but I believe the first game, I think the levels in the first game were all static, so I don't think that was a roguelike. But, by the way, we may have done the Howl, but we're going to continue longer in this one. This is a sort of game that's bloated enough that we need to give it extra time so I can give a better look at things. It does seem like it's relatively fun. I feel like at least Kelly here, the character I'm playing as, is a little clunky. Like, I feel like they should be able to flow between their moves a little bit better, but again, maybe early access problems. They feel like sometimes I feel like I'm just standing there when I'm like, oh, I'm trying to do something, but I'm not doing anything. I'm a good person. She questions this. Everybody's good people. Okay. When you're back, we'll have some snacks. I'm sorry not reading all this, by the way. But it's... Wait. So there's always... Look at the lower left, though. I'm pressing the button that they want me to, and then it does... Okay, hello. Hello, fan service. How you doing? I'm Gunster, here to help organize your info. If you think I am, then I'm a ghost. Okay. Why are they a bunny girl? 'Cause fan service. You're the one who opened the bottle. I'll shave my appearance based on what you're thinking. Oh, okay. Excuse for fan service. They covered a destroyed dimension. Okay, cool. I think the game is done giving me cutscenes. You know what this ship... You know, I don't mind walking around for different places on the ship, but you know what this really needs? Like, you can access some of the functions here in the menu, which I appreciate. Let's see, actually. Can you access everything? You can switch characters, or you can select their moves. Okay, can I buy moves? Oh, I can. I can do circuits. I can't... Okay, so to buy circuits, I need to go to this specific room. It's weird. They have a lot of the options here. Like, a lot of the options here do let you just do things in the menu, but there's still stuff like buying the chips and buying the moves and stuff that you have to do by going to the room. That's kind of weird. So they made it so that the menu can let you quickly access the ship functions, but it's still missing some of the functions. Strange. So I'm pretty sure it still has a regular progression mode plan. It's just a roguelike mode. It's the one they had right for early access. Okay, I see. That makes sense. So we can go back there. Complete 5 of 5. We can go to Leaport Gates. Alright. Let's do it. Oh, evil people. At least I think they are. They look very intense. You retake the entrance to hyperspace transit, but unfortunately has been occupied by this rogue still Hive Legion force. The port's likely under the Queen's control. We can't avoid her. Can't be that bad. We're facing either way. Just tear their whole hive apart. All they do is terraform other worlds and do still hives. It's a total infestation. Be careful. The authorization restrictions to the Ranger can't be equipped with warship craft armaments, so don't expect that level of fire support. Okay. We can't upgrade anymore. Push it further. Most starports will start treating us like a warship or refuse to let us dock. Okay. Nice Henshin transformation sequence there. So I shouldn't be able to... Yeah, I shouldn't be able to, Yeah, I can't seem to. Okay, good. Yep, I cannot spin SP now, which is good. It just means more damage. Oh, I should also have like 1,000,000 jumps. Yep. Oh, so there's a secret up here, okay. That many jumps. Oh, spiky shield, okay. Yeah, the music is really strong in this, as it was in the first game. Honestly, I feel a little embarrassed that I didn't realize I accepted a review key for a game that was a sequel to a game we played. I just didn't realize it at all. This is one of the problems with the multiple personality situation, because Charm played that game, so I just did not remember that. It wasn't technically me that played it, so. It's a memory I can access, but it's like being in a library when you're multiple personality. It's like if somebody else wrote a book in the head, you can access that, but you need to like know what section to find it in, you know? It's like I have a whole library of memories to work off of, but if I'm not sure what section a memory is in, then I won't be able to know it's there. Oh, that guy can just be ducked. He's not that bad. Let's see. No, no secrets up there. Secret? Looks like. I definitely think I feel the damage buff. Oh, okay, homing missiles. Alright, gotcha. I should probably break those. Yeah, sliding works. Okay, we're gonna grow another plant on Mini Earth, as you do. I guess that works. How are you guys, anyways? I noticed it just got awfully quiet. Hits on it. I like that some of them just have a shovel. It's like, you came to this war with a shovel? Alright. Tactical shovel. I mean, there's something called a trench shovel, but... So then, pressing Y with direct directional input, play an enemy. Oh no! You betrayed me. So I just got a new... Remember how I de-equipped all of my special moves so that I didn't use SP? The game just helpfully gave me a new one and auto-equipped it. Now I have to worry about pressing the button again. I think it's B, as long as I don't press B. Yeah, the game helpfully gave me something I didn't want. It, like, auto-equipped it. Unbind? You can only unbind... So you can de-equip, but you have to be at... I just tried. You have to... de-equip, you actually have to be back at the hub ship. So... That's unfortunate. What's doing that? Oh, I see. It was her attack. So I can do it after the stage, but yeah. Ah, the auto-equipping. That's actually kind of rude. I get it though. It's like, oh, you don't have a skill equipped here. We'll helpfully auto-equip it for you. This is gonna be helpful. In 99% of the cases, for most players, it would be. We just play games weird. So in this case, it doesn't help us very much. Oh wow, he has a Shoryuken. I think it's called. Ow. Okay, you can't slide through the shield, I've learned. Okay, I'm actually getting a little bit up here. Okay. Spiky shield guy is actually a little bit annoying. Okay, there. Actually, this would be a good time to... What button is it for the, No, not that. Wow, that can go really far if you wanted to. There you go. Carrot time. Oh, I see. It's the supporters are tied to the left bumpers. The left trigger switches to which one I want to use, and the left button activates them. Okay. Oh, they have a little shockwave. You can see that. Oh, I meant to slide! I did not slide. Okay, yeah, those sliding ladies, they're kind of annoying, especially the ones with lollipops. Like this one. Those are bouncy shots, I don't like those. Wave shovel. The Predecessor is just walking. Honestly, I can dash. It's actually kind of hard to keep your dash going. Wow, I super overkilled her. I don't know what that does exactly, but... Oh, there is an area here. I was wondering. One thing I find mildly annoying is that some of the boxes I break, they require crouching or I don't hit them. I think that's slightly annoying. Like all these, for instance, look. If I just stand, then I miss these. I gotta go out of my way to crouch. Oh, you can do a downward stab? I didn't do... Oh! Oh, that was neat. That was very helpful, actually. I guess I could always slide into them to break them. That's also a thing I can do. Supporter rescued. Again, do these... Okay, is Krisov's here? I need to know if these are Touhou characters. And I know Krisov's is the authority on Touhou that I know. Because they sure look like Touhou characters, don't they? There's no persistent moments into the dash. Well, there's sort of... It's just... Here's the thing. I have to... Here's the weird thing. Oh, I just realized what was confusing me. You want to know why the dash is confusing? Listen to me. Listen to me. So, obviously, if I hold left or right, I walk left and right, right? So, check this out. If I double tap a movement direction, I start running. And now while I move that way, I will run. But... in addition to double tap dashing, I can also hit right trigger while walking to do a dash. But... if I let go of the right trigger, look at that, it immediately stops. So if I double tap a dash, I get a dash going that doesn't require anything besides holding the movement. But if I use the trigger dash, it only works as long as I'm holding the trigger. That's kind of confusing. So basically, in one case, I'm able to just hold the movement button and dash. In the other case, I have to hold the movement button and another button down, or I will lose the dash. So it's kind of weird how the momentum stays. Also, you lose the dash if you turn around, but if you jump and turn, you keep it. Huh. Okay, fair enough, Chris House. It just feels very similar, so I was wondering. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Gotta look for these. There we go. That's a lot of them. They're very quick. They're very, very quick. Oh, I died. Yikes. Damn. They actually... Wait, hold on. She does a ridiculous... Wait, that one in particular does so much damage. What the heck? Oh my god. How many lives do I have? I don't even know. I was not aware this one was so strong until I started dying. And she doesn't stop either, so... What was that? Just casually throwing me into a mega boss without telling me. Like it was given no fanfare compared to the others. The others were just normal. But this one is ridiculous. Whoa. You're so hard to hit! You're so hard to hit, so... It's like, seriously. Ah! Oh, that's just a push, at least. Not too bad. And if I try to, like... Finally! That's all you give me? What the heck? What was the deal with that? That was ridiculous!
Sharon Tuck Pet Daedry 77 Waggle.
Thank you, Orlando. I probably should have been using my support fairies, actually. Yikes. I was too focused trying not just to deal with them. How you doing, Lando? What did I get from that? I actually paid... I missed that. I got something from it. I don't know what I got. I was a little distracted by the fight and Lando. Hello there, Lando. That also distracts. Okay, what did I get? Did anybody pay attention? Augment chip, okay. I don't think I can worry about that till I get back. So I guess I lost my revives, and I have, like, that. See that diamond, that blue diamond that says 4? It was a lot higher before I died repeatedly, so... I guess that has something to do with it. What a ridiculous fight. Yeah, so that particular version of that fighting girl was very, very difficult. Optional area, so technically optional fight, but... Yeesh. It's probably gonna hurt my score, but at least I got him. Oh, I probably should have, yeah, you filthy guard, it's finally me here. Who are you? Why are you invading this place? Wait, you never heard the glorious Still Alive sequence? I probably could have shot them from a distance, couldn't I have? Backward plan, you crawl out. This place will come to do Still Hive. All of you will be carried in good little subject by the queen. Look pretty strong. If I capture you, I'll get promotion. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't want to fight you, actually. Actually, I want to... I mean, I do, but I want to see if I can exploit you. I'm actually going to abandon run. I know this is silly, but... I actually would like to know... Oh, so I actually did get a bunch of money from it still. Okay, good. I want to know if I can cheat them, so give me a second. Talk, 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 talk. This game really does... This and the previous game really do have the energy of, I have all these cool characters, I'm gonna talk about them. It's mostly optional, to be fair, but... Now, I'm actually curious how this works as well. Another reason I wanted to repeat is that I want to see, does the level structure change? Because, you know, the roguelike thing? This is the same as before. Shovel. But yeah, like, legitimately, I will be honest with you, I restarted the level because I want to see if I could cheese the boss like I did with the second, like I did with the first boss. Because I cheesed the first boss, so is the second boss also cheesable? I need to know. This is important information. Yeah, those guys are annoying. They always just try to avoid all your shots. You get a chance to use an egg with each catch right now. Egg stands for you to get the bonus egg. Bonus egg! Well, I like how I did that cool slide dodge as I was reading the chat. I was just using my peripheral vision to dodge that. Hehe. Worked though. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do this again. Actually, wait, is this where the secret was? I don't remember. Is this where the big evil fight went? I don't remember. I thought it was over here, but... No. Oh, I got... Oh, okay! So that's how you get lucky coins. You revisit a level and get a unique drop, and you get that unique drop again, it's replaced by a lucky coin. I see now. So basically, if you go where you got a unique item later, then you get a lucky drop instead. Ow. So what's... Is it just an extra Pokemon egg, then, that you guys got? It's interesting how consistent this developer is, though. That is to say that they make a good game, but they bloat it with too much story that isn't very good at all. It just feels like a developer that's too in love with their own characters and setting, without actually remembering that they need to kind of convince other people that it's interesting by presenting it well. It's just clunkily done, basically. That's weird. This guy doesn't seem to be taking damage, but if I shoot it and shield enough, eventually he just pulls up. Wow, where's that guy going? Yeah, aggressively, mark confusedly. What? What does that mean? Soul as a cat would be cutie. I think he believes most people would be cute as a cat. What was that guy doing? I was just like capping his hitbox. He was just like hanging. I realize I don't have to aggro all these enemies at the same time, so I may as well, like, be cheap about it. Oh, I blew myself up after. Oh, I didn't take damage. That's weird. The overkill enemy was actually blocking shots on the enemy I wanted to hit. That's sad. I mean, fish of the past while quacking like a cow. What? What? Telling me the meme made it more confusing. It means fish in the past while quacking like a cow. That sounds like a Google translated, mistranslated proverb. What are you? I don't know what you're saying. Does anybody at all understand what the heck he just said? I certainly don't. Moo plus quack is Mark? There's no R there, though. Wow, I am lost. That could be fraudulent or insane. I mean, I would define soul that way, yes. The latter part, specifically. Okay, let's try and do this carefully. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, so that one is really... I didn't even get it. I was trying to heal. Let me heal. Actually, that was kind of a good time for that. No, don't kill me! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! I just want to heal! Ah, there's a carrot, and I didn't get to heal. I'm disappointed! Well, I only died once that time. I actually summoned a carrot, but unfortunately it locks you into an animation, so it's like using an Estus Flask in Dark Souls. Like, good, I can heal, but also I'm a sitting duck while I do it. Okay. Good to know. I did beat them a lot faster than last time, though. Yeah, these little girls that fly around and stab you are pretty bad. I don't know. I guess they're the queens, from what I understand. Look more like princesses, but okay. Alright, now let's see if I can do what I wanted to do. Okay, so here's the thing. You can't hurt the boss early, So the bosses are immune to damage before you get their cutscene. However, the first boss technically had engines that you had to disable before you could hurt it, and the engines were not giving the same invincibility. So in other words, they did code the bosses to not take damage before you actually initiate them. But the first boss had, like, extra things you had to destroy. So the word THOT apparently is being blocked by Automod. I think that's actually, if I remember correctly, that word does, what does that mirror mean? Yeah, that's actually a derogatory term, so I will go ahead and leave that blocked. Well, just use the actual word thought that you're trying to say. Anyways, let's beat this guy up. I got this easy on me, actually. Push these. Ow. I think I'll just stay up here. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, okay, that's why that works. This is a lightning rod, got it. Oh, that just... Okay, that just took out the... So, okay, your special attack could just eliminate an entire boss health bar by itself. Good to know. Because she had 3 health bars, and then after I activated that, she had one just being removed right at the end. Okay. Since for the preview you bought back gave me candy, they told me to give it to you. Fool, and don't accept candy from strangers. That's really sweet. Well, it is candy. Let's see. Increases attack by 3. Hold the attack button to fire automatically, but all charged moves are disabled. Actually, I'm not opposed to that. Give me that. The basic shot has better DPS anyways. Let's see. I'll get perfect states. I'll get just some extra attack. And I think some stuff hurts a lot, so maybe some extra HP wouldn't be bad. There, I bought everything I want to buy, but I kind of... Oh wait, I need coins to unlock these, though. That's fine. Let's see. Oh, see, you can't rotate these, so that actually is a sucky shape. It sucks you can't rotate these. It really does. So this guy actually can't be placed anywhere until I open a slot. Let's see. 10 HP, 10 HP. They're both 10, okay. Yeah, I literally can't put that anywhere right now. Okay. Nope, no, I can't put that anywhere either. It's kind of annoying you can't rotate the shifts. I feel like you should be able to, personally. Well, it's okay. I'm just giving my 30% damage boost and disable that shot, but I gave myself even more energy, so... the extra attack I'll put on somewhere, sometime... Drops by 10. It's a weird shape. Okay. Let's play a third round. Let's see what else there is available here. Okay, now I have access to Corridor. Sure. We'll play one more and then switch games. This feels fine. It's in early access, so I think there's some clunk due to that. But overall, this feels pretty good. It's kind of like the first game where I think Charm beat it, just casually. The first game, that is. And it took like 6 hours, and Charm was like, "All-right," and then was done with it. Like these games are fun, but they don't really feel like they have. They're missing a hook, right? They're missing that extra sauce that a game like Mega Man X has, which is a good thing to reference because, you know, this is very heavily based on Mega Man X, so it doesn't quite have the same drive as Mega Man X, though. Now, granted, this sequel here has a roguelike mode, I guess. I don't know how to access it yet. I think I might have to beat the normal story missions first, but... Or what's available in the normal story missions. But that's cool. That gives some extra replayability, but... There's just something... I mean, part of it's the story problems, but that can't just be the only problem. Because Mega Man X has some really bad storytelling sometimes, but it's still fun to watch the cutscenes generally. And of course, Mega Man X's later entries were kind of bad, like the last two. Specifically the second to last. Which I'm trying to... I don't quite remember. I think Mega Man X8 was the last one. X7 was the worst one, if I recall. And X6 was kind of meh as well. Oh, Crimson, hello.
Sup, killers.
Basically, it's like, I think I give this game and its prequel both the rating of, these are fun games, but they're not going to last with you. That's how I'd put it. Oh, this guy looks something troublesome up here. That dark thing. That's not how I would describe it, but okay. Kind of a slightly questionable way of describing it. Makes me think of Shadow the Hedgehog, which also had some oofy kind of ways of describing the enemies. Okay, well, he's dead. He wasn't nearly as... It's weird. That enemy got a cutscene, but the enemy that killed me 3 times in the previous level didn't. Okay. Or little dialogue thing on the side. Like, watch out, that one's dangerous. Yeah, not as dangerous as what we just experienced in the last level. Man mission. Oh yeah, there's that game too. I forgot about that. I like how they dodged my shot, then laugh, but while they're laughing, I'm continuing to shoot them and I hit them. They're kind of stupid, aren't they? Haha, I dodged your shot! I'm going to laugh about this as all these other shots connect to me. But I'm trying to overkill this person. I don't know why. Just why not? I think jump attack, shoot downwards is actually probably the most powerful thing I can do, actually. Oh, I'm stunned. Thankfully, he just stood there and watched me be stunned. No, but Command Mission, the next game I wanted to play, it seems like a pretty interesting RPG. It's not a perfect game either, from what I understand, but it definitely has some vibes. I don't know, okay, I was making fun of the shovel guys, but actually they're kind of causing me problems now. The little shockwave's annoying. Spiral up, spiral rise, you return to the ranger, switch to snake skills, launch to sky. Oh yes, right, I forgot I have to de-equip some things. I forgot about that. Okay, that seems pretty cool. By the way, I do have a dash I, like, never use because I want to run instead. I prefer running and doing this over doing the dash, but the dash can let me do that in the air, which is pretty handy. But it's not an attack, so I don't like it as much. Game, there's an enemy up there. I knew there was an enemy up there. I couldn't quite see it, though. That was kind of a weird camera angle. I keep thinking that overkilling the enemies might give me more money or something, but I don't think that's how it works. Big fans of Shovel Knight? Yeah, I guess Shovel Knight proves that shovels can be pretty powerful. Oh, I got hit by the last of the explosion. Whoops. Another augment chip. I don't know what these augment chips are. Do you guys? I mean, I guess I'll check on the ship later again. I don't actually know what these augment chips do. Are they the things I'm equipping to the chipboard? I'm actually... There's just too many things in this, so I'm mixing up what's what. Actually, wait a minute. They might be the things I'm putting into... Yeah, there you go. That's where I came from. Okay. I have so many double jumps, it's very handy. Yeah, we never played Command Mission. Just no bad though. It has some good music. That's a big apple. I hate the whole thing. Another one of those evil ones. Wow, that has quite a range. Oh, I didn't even attack in the air. Dang it! I love summoning health only to die. It's so fun. Like, I'm summoning help because I'm gonna die, but then it's too late. Oh, the camera's having some trouble keeping up with the enemies, I know, sometimes. Like, that enemy is off-screen. The camera doesn't really know how to adjust properly, it feels like. I've rescued another Soda Can Toho character. But it's weird, because that's two now that I have that give me soda cans. Why are there two of them to do that? It's kind of weird. Yeah, honestly, shooting downward seems to be the best. It's like a big burst fire. Probably does the most damage. Alright, boss time. You can tell because of the red gate. Okay, so do you think I could cheese on this guy? Any, like, weak points? No, doesn't seem like it. I luck. Corner ambush discovered. Your luck bad. Conversion materials. Hand over. Don't like. Smash like. Smash you all I like. Okay, Hulk. Look, I can talk. If we can talk, I don't think a peaceful resolution on the table. They're here to invade and colonize. Okay, listen up, man. You've said this like several thousand times. Do you need to bloat the dialogue by repeating? Did you know the Skill Hive is trying to invade and colonize? Did you know the Skill Hive is trying to invade and colonize? Like, this is the problem with this game's dialogue. They just don't... They don't stop repeating themselves. Come on. Alright, there you go. Cannon. Can't ignore it. Yeah, the dialogue is so bad in this. It really is. Okay, just stand up. Oh, you know what, actually? Come here. I'm gonna hover above you. See what you do about it. I don't think he can, actually. Okay, you know what? That's game. I'm gonna use that. Oh, do I not have the... Oh, I don't have that one ability. Yeah, look at the health bar. Just look at the health bar when I use that attack. It's 100% worth. I double stunned him. Oh wait, does that mean I could like? Ow! No, he caught me with that. Heal. Ability before I die. Okay. More heal. No! The carrot was right there! This guy hits like a truck, which makes sense, honestly. Yeah. Let's see here. 30, critical rate minus 100 might actually be good. Depends. Score amp would be good, for obvious reasons. Alright, let's see here. I think I'll agree with Charm. Charm played Howler the first game, and then casually finished the game off to the side by herself. I think I'll do the exact same thing. Because I feel like this is fun enough to play, but not really... It's fun enough to play if you skip the story, basically. And it sucks to say that, though. Like, it kind of sucks that I would say, oh yeah, the story sucks, just skip it. But I do feel that way. I don't really know what +5 attack exactly means, but it's going to synergize well with any sort of increases of percentages, so... I think that one would be useful too, but I don't think I can fit anywhere. Well, that's not necessarily true. Maybe I can... What if I remove that? Then... That's very close. I don't know if there's an actual way of... I don't think there's a way of Tetrising this. I don't believe. Yeah. I'll just have to wait. Yeah, I do like the augment system. It's kind of engaging. Ymir says, at a near the custom environment that I would replace the repeated dialogue sound like careful, smellful about the boss, but hurry up next stairs and attack and sound like that. Yeah, I agree. Also, I think the problem is... I personally think that the issue is that... Oh, wow. I got a mystery chip. I don't know what that is. I don't know, but I'll eat it. That's sure. I got a mystery chip? Hold on. She has a little thing above her head. What's that mean? Oh, mystery chips. I have 2 mystery chips. Voltage damage 3%. I don't have that yet. Combo duration plus 2 seconds. Okay, cool. So the Gachapon can give me new chips for this. Okay, good to know. And here, I'm going to remove this. And, I mean, I have Little Mint and Little Grape. Let's see. Oh, that's for SP and that's for EP. Okay. I'm just going to stay on HP. They're kind of... I have to throw them early, though. I have to be careful about that. Because if I throw them too late, I'll just die before I can actually survive long enough to pick up the health. That's data. Oh yeah, there's another thing here. It really wants you to see... Here's the thing about the story cutscenes. Do you notice how in the lower left, it's constantly flashing like, hey, new cutscene, new story scene between characters, go watch it. Like, it wants you to... This game wants you to see its story. It is very much eager about that. But the story kind of sucks. I think the problem is translation. I'm pretty sure the first game was even worse about this than this game is, but in both cases, I think what we have here is a Japanese or Chinese developer, and so the English translation is really blah. But even beyond the translation, I think this developer is too wordy. I think even in their native language, this story is bloated. I don't think it's just purely a translation issue. I think it really is a case of bad storytelling. But like, I mean, you guys have noticed how much dialogue we've seen in this action game, right? Like, the game keeps wanting me to click down there for this extra dialogue. Every time I interact with something new, it's like, new cutscene for this. And what's all the character... Like, I got this cutscene because I used the gachapon machine. So, because I used the gachapon machine, the game was like, ooh, you want to have all the characters talk about the gachapon machine? And it's like, not really, but I guess you're gonna do that. Like, this developer is obsessed with its story and characters. And I don't mean... Unfortunately, I don't mean that in a good way. I mean that in a bad way. They're obsessed in that sort of... like, really eager to tell the story. Really eager to tell you a story about the character of the world and stuff. But it's not done well. So it's just a lot of... Has anybody hung out with a friend who just won't stop rambling about something they're really excited about, and they're not noticing that you don't really have any interest in it yourself, and you have to just kind of sit there and be polite? That's how this game and its prequel felt. It feels like somebody who's really eager to tell a story, but it's not actually that interesting beyond... It's not really that interesting for other people than it is for them. Though I am being a little unfair. I wouldn't say that there's nobody that would enjoy this story besides the developer. Maybe some people like the story of this game. I think it might be better in its native language rather than an English translation. It would be less clunky, at least. I don't have a friend like Rambles, but I do feel like I'm that friend. I think we're that, too. I mean, Rambling's part of our job, so we definitely can do this. But yeah, you guys know what I mean, though, either way. Oh, look, I clicked through the machine. So is there another level available? Yeah, there is, the dock. So I guess I could just continue on. I'm gonna stop here, though. We have other games to check out. We have a total of 12 Howlers built up right now, so I gotta move on to something else. Oh, I'm sorry, there's another story cutscene, though! Here you go. But yeah, like, they really want the characters talking. They really want to... Like, look, there's like... You know, there's 272 unique dialogue conversations around the ship you can read. It's like, I don't want to, though. I'm sorry. I'm only clicking the button because you put a pop-up down there and I kind of want to get rid of it. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. It feels like over-eager storytelling without reading the room or without really... It's like, my dude, you're making action games. Action game players don't want to read this much dialogue, typically. I mean, I'm sure there's exceptions to that statement, but... Like, I cannot think of too many action games that have as much dialogue as we've already seen in this game, you know? But yeah, let's see what you guys have to say about it. Numira says, I feel like when coming up with dialogue, a question I've asked myself is, how does this flow with the current scene and everything prior? Because if dialogue is repeated, it needs to make sense why informing the character didn't hear it the first time. So like Undertale's, it's still you, mere dialogue. Yeah. Do the Tales of games count? Well, that's more of an action RPG series / RPG series. RPGs can get away with it a bit more, but we've still seen many RPGs that tell a good, compelling story, and then RPGs that just bloat their story. It kind of depends. RPGs, like, I think I would judge an RPG based on, like, the critical path dialogue. Like, you can have side quests with a lot of extra dialogue, but those are, like, if you want to do them, you know? Or, like, extra NPCs you don't have to talk to in a town, and you can just walk right past them because they're not important, so they're not really in your way. I kind of judge the story cutscenes of the ship here as slightly non-optional. I can avoid them by not hitting the activation button, but if I don't, that activation button will sit there until I do it. So it's like a pop-up I gotta interact with if I want the pop-up to go away. So that's... These ship cutscenes are kind of not exactly optional since they want me to press the button, so... I feel like with old games, how they have their story learn the manual looked really well for action games. Yeah, that's fine. And what's weird is that they have a data section here where you can see enemy stuff, you can learn about items, wow. But you can also get information about things like this. like what the ship is and stuff, which this is good. I think this information structure is kind of bad, though. It's a very small window, so it can't really fit that much information before forcing you to change pages. So I feel like this information window is poorly designed, but you could have put, like, extra information here. Oh, I can rewatch cutscenes! I can rewatch these cutscenes like this. Yeah, this developer's so in love with their own lore. It's really obvious to me. The problem is they've never been good at talking. They've never been really good at sharing that lore, especially not with the slightly less quality English translation compared to the native. I wonder how it is in the native language. I do wonder. But I do think it would be bloated either way. Just too much talking. And I know I sound like a simpleton saying that, but this is an action game. You gotta balance that sort of thing. You know, dole it out over time and stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and go back to title. I'll probably play this one casually on my own while skipping all of the story beats because I just don't care. It is cool to see that the Super Alloy Ranger did get a sequel. That is cool. It's just a shame they didn't learn their lessons from the first game. I guess they did a little bit. Again, I want to remind you, for anybody that wasn't here for it, I pulled up the video in the middle of this stream and showed Super Alloy Ranger gameplay because Charm Howlered this in 2022. And I pulled up the video and then I immediately remembered that Charm spent the first 12 and a half first 12 and a half minutes of the video was just the intro cutscene. Charm had to wait 12 and a half minutes to start our typical video intro on the title screen. It was 12 and a half minutes of cutscene. That's how the first game started. And the second game here, it's not as bloated as that. But it's more like it went from a D to a C as far as grading goes. Like, it got better. A lot better, but it's still not great about it. Like, I just feel like if you want to tell a story, structure it better and maybe put it into a genre that supports a big story better. Like, if you want a big, bloated story with all the characters interacting, well, you kind of need those characters to shine. Here's the thing about an RPG. An RPG can have a ton of characters all talking, interacting, talking about themselves, and make it compelling. Because an RPG typically allows you to have multiple party members, right? So you can actually get to know these characters both in story and in gameplay as you build up their skills and your unique abilities, get them unique weapons, etc. So in a more traditional RPG, you can have a ton of characters that are all conversating a lot and talking about themselves and make it interesting. But here, you have two playable characters, and then a bunch of people that just putter around on the ship and maybe help you with some menu functions like the chips, but otherwise, they're not part of the gameplay. They're not fighting things with you. They're not really there, and yet the game still is going out of their way to spend minutes upon minutes talking about these people and like what their favorite coffee is or whatever, and it's like, I don't care about these people. I'm not playing with them. They're in the background. I don't need this much exposition about them. I don't care. Like, I don't have a reason to care. They're not here with me, helping me do things. You know, they're not an active party member. That's how I feel about Super Alloy Ranger and Super Alloy Crush. It has all these characters, but you really just have two that are playable, and then a few that do support functions, which you can appreciate them for, but you don't need to know a million things about them. They're not that important. It feels like, I think to summarize, it kind of feels like in these games, that the writers of the games, or whoever the writer is, they wanted everyone to be a main character. Right? It feels like you got, like, I don't know, a good 7 or 8 characters, which are all being given equal billing, equal exposition, equal backstory, equal conversation moments. It feels like the developers just wanted everyone to have main character levels of dialogue and focus, but the thing is, when you focus on that many characters and try to give them all this much detail, it's a bloated mess. You gotta streamline your stories better than that. Like, you gotta streamline and focus on particular characters, on particular moments, and not just go like, I'm gonna do everything! No, that makes a bad story, with no good pacing, a lot of bloat, and you're just gonna make it so the players don't care about anyone if you do that. That's how I feel, at least. But anyways, that was Super Ally Crush, and I'm sorry for harping the story so hard. It's just the thing that the reason I did is because they clearly didn't learn their mistakes from the first game when it comes to the story, and it's a shame because I think that the developer is legitimately passionate about their storytelling, about their world, their characters, their dialogue. They're passionate about it, but they're not doing a good job conveying it, not in a way that makes it compelling to other people. In my opinion. Of course, there's going to be people that might enjoy these characters. Anyways, that's cool. More power to you if you do. But I think as a general rule, this is not how you tell a story. But ignoring the story, the gameplay is fine. It does feel a little clunky. This game's still in early access, so I imagine it'll feel a little better later. It is definitely a glow up in both graphics and presentation and music compared to the first game. It looks a lot higher production. And it feels all right. It doesn't feel amazing or anything. It feels like the first game where it's enjoyable enough, but like it's still a little bit clunky. It's still a little bit on the messy side in the gameplay aspect, such that you would enjoy playing it, but it's probably not a game you come back to after beating it. You know, that's probably what I'll end up doing with Super Ally Fresh. I'll probably play it on my own just to enjoy the casual gameplay and maybe wait for it to leave early access so it has its full game story and then finish it and then probably put it down and never come back to it. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I just wouldn't really recommend this game unless you got it like on sale, perhaps. It is currently... What is it currently at? Well, it appears that it is currently on... Well, it's in a bundle. Let's see. Ignoring the bundle. It is... Okay, the first... By the way, if you guys are wondering, I'm just going to say, the first game, Super Ally Ranger, that's $10, for those wondering. The second game here is... Okay, that's respectable. The first game was $10. I was expecting this game to be way more expensive because of the glow up it received. No, it's actually $12. I respect that. I think $12 is completely fine for this. I expected them to like double the price for their second game. No, they just raised it by $2. But I do think there's more than $2 worth of extra effort put into the graphics and production and stuff. So I think that's a completely fair price. I have no problem with that price. Even with my complaints, I think $12 is completely fair for this. It might go up, though. I suspect it might go up once it leaves early access. So maybe this is a good early access purchase. If you like what you see here, think about picking it up. But yeah, that was Super Ally Crush, and let's move on to some other games.